Hello and welcome to Salento with Love in this fantastic episode of Palazzo Bella on this beautiful day in July. I'm happy to say that this is potentially the last video of this series presenting you Palazzo Bella. We're almost there. Beautiful this color. Looks better and better, just removing layers of dust of 1 year. Che profumo di fresco. Thank you for watching my videos, but if you haven't become a subscriber yet, press the subscribe button, leave a comment. We always appreciate your comments. Thank you. It's been a beautiful journey. A lot of you have followed it all the way through, but the main person is the now owner of this beautiful property who's going to take full advantage and turn and bring the life back into this property. So should we go and see the final result of Palazzo Bella? Let's go. Now we're at the top of the stairs, lovely echo, ready to go in. I'm very proud, extremely proud of what the team and everybody involved in this project has achieved. Now this glass door, which replaced the wooden door that was here, brings the light into this space. I know you're going to go wow, 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 but before you go wow, 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 let me just describe, because it's been a journey, but also made of small decisions which now have delivered a beautiful space with an incredible quality of living. First of all, if you look at this space with these beautiful star-shaped ceilings, we have 1, 2, and 3 star-shaped ceilings which are all been opened up, creating this beautiful space. The boxes here, a sign of people moving in. They've actually been shipped all the way from Singapore, and when they arrive on Monday, they'll be spending probably the first few days just taking stuff out of the boxes and start putting things. But look at this wonderful space. Now the floor, 120 centimeters square tile with this concrete fill, creating this beautiful and contemporary space. A little veletta or shelf is being created there with the LED strip there, meaning that you can have some light illuminating this beautiful star-shaped ceiling and creating a little bit of a volume or space to this environment. Now, I always love to finish these properties with white, unless somebody knows exactly what they want to. Sometimes you enter into properties and you see these purple walls and green and you think, wow, it's so wonderful. But I think at this stage I like to focus on all the extra and work that has been done to achieve the maximum quality of living. Underfloor eating. Now the challenge with this property was we didn't want to create a step at the balcony. It's a very small balcony, so we really wanted to be smooth. This meant that if you look at the previous videos that you probably have seen through the series, we needed to lift up the old floor, dig down, put a concrete base, put the underfloor heating, put a concrete base on top of that with insulation, and then tile the floor. This guaranteed us a way through to the existing level. Also, a couple of pieces of cabinet started to appear. This beautiful piece here has been made to measure, to fit exactly the space, and always when it comes to furniture, make to measure. Kitchen at the other end, we'll talk about it in a second, but look at this perspective from over here. AC units up there doing the cold air, and I must admit in this space at the moment, there's about 100 degrees outside, about 40 degrees centigrade, and about 23, 24 inside, so it's beautiful. Now before I show you that, have a look at these beautiful doors, made to measure, with this scori, giving you total privacy, and at the same time blocking the sun rays or bringing the light in. Couple of little touches that I really wanted to put there, those little lights. in the dark. They're just allowed to have that softness of light in the house without having light in your face. And then you can have a television there with that little bit of a light over there. Now let's bring the sun in because it's so gorgeous. Double glazed unit with the ergon gas and a 16mm cavity, but wooden doors built using ancient ways of building. The door opens this way, so you don't open the door this way, and the reason is because when I open this door, I have a little bathroom in here, and it's fantastic, with the toilet being over there, everything being concealed in here, beautiful window bringing a huge amount of light. But if you open the door and somebody's at the toilet, at least no one or your guests are not going to get to sit. This was a fantastic compromise on this level to have a bathroom here. There was a space of a dead set of stairs, probably a different shape of the building in the old days, but we still kept it and created a storage space that holds the gas boiler. And when it's closed with this door, you hardly get to see it, but it does offer a huge amount of storage to the property. Oh, are you still there? That means that you are enjoying our videos. Thank you very much for following the channel. Did you know that every Friday we issue a video called Thank God It's Friday, and you can sit if you join our membership? Do that, and I'll see you every Friday. Now, what about the kitchen? Well, when you look at the kitchen, it's still not finished. It was fabricated in the last 3 weeks, made to measure, and we're just waiting for the marble top to arrive. So unfortunately, you may have to wait for some more photographs to come, but look at this beautiful little touch. Wow. This LED strip brings the light to this beautiful ceiling. It brings the light onto the countertop. What's going here? Carrara marble. So there's going to be a Carrara marble top, a Carrara marble splashback, and this beautiful shelf. So you can imagine how beautiful this kitchen is going to be. An induction top with an extractor fitted inside, a beautiful 70 centimeter basin here, and a water filter tap fitting all underneath with this wonderful countertop overlooking. Can you imagine? Now there's going to be a overhang here of about 30 centimeters. Can you see this beautiful overhang? So the marble will be in line with this. You can have a couple of stalls under there, a little touch, a strip light under there. So you can imagine again in the dark how beautiful it's going to be. Now, do you have anything to say about the color of this kitchen? Because I don't. You know, very often sometimes we're scared of pushing the boat out. Well, these people, they were not afraid of pushing the boat out, and I must say, combining the colors of the external doors and window with the kitchen was a wonderful touch. In an environment that is so wide, so high, well, this blue with the marble that is going to be fitting over the top, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But what about this little corner? You see, this was a difficult one right from the beginning. Go back to episode 1. There was a little shower in there. There was a little toilet. It was really was a mess. Now, I designed this to redonate this space to the kitchen. I purposely, although this was a little deeper, I purposely want the top to be exactly the same width of the top of the kitchen. So it feels like you're wrapped, you're hugged inside the kitchen. It goes all the way around, marble top going here, marble top going there. You can have a coffee machine here or over there. You can have your toaster. This space is all closed. And this cabinet, hey, when I say clever, I mean clever. Now, at the back here, you can't sit, but if you go into previous videos, you'll see that there is a huge manifold controlling the entire underfloor heating and cooling system. Just by removing the shelf, those two little doors can open up and you have full access. But you also have doors on these sides. Don't tell anybody, that's a secret cabinet. So I don't know what they're gonna put inside. But no one knows about it, okay? So, shh. Well, before we go upstairs, this beautiful system as well allows you to open the doors from up here. You can actually see, here's at your door. down there through the camera, and just by pressing that button you can open a door. You can also control the heat pump and the heating and cooling of the space through this digital display. So everything, it's very modern and functional, which is the most important thing. These glass doors allows you really to have this transitional space between the living area and the bedroom upstairs, but also just to be invited into the space. While I take you upstairs, take a look at the details. First of all, solid stone. It was cladded with some cement, which we removed, so the steps do show the age of time. We have fitted step lights, but then also along the way you see some other lights that have been fitted. I won't turn the step lights on because they're LED and they're flashing, and you're going to put a comment saying, "Oh, stop the flashing." But take a look at them, take a look at the lights, and also because it's got a water system heating the floor, I thought, well, wouldn't it be a good idea to have some heating in the corridor, in the stairwell going all the way up. I must say, this stairwell, it's probably one of the key features of the house. It connects the two spaces. It's got a feature at the top, bringing the light in. Look at the previous videos. Just everything put together, this stairwell, it's an amazing synergy of things. So let's go. We have arrived at the top of the stairs, but before we go inside, just a couple of things that I would like to point out. First of all, what you are seeing is solid blocks of pietra leccese, which are self-sustained. I think this is already in its own right an incredible piece of engineering. If you look at how the blocks are actually locked into each other and then into the wall, and the whole thing is just suspended in midair, going all the way down. It's cast iron, it's beautiful. The handrail has been redone because it was all rotten, but exactly in the same shape as it was before. And the skylight at the top, which we'll spend a few seconds talking about that when we go up on the roof, it's just another beautiful feature. But here we're entering the bedrooms. Well, what can we say about the space? Well, first thing, when you came through this beautiful corridor, always flashing those lights, so I kept these foot markers there and on the back there, and it's just a nice way to have that ambience light. But as I came through, you obviously noticed the floor. This is the original cementina floor, but also we have an underfloor heating system. You may want to go back into the previous videos. Now, this was a labor of love, extremely intensive, but worth it. Because now when I look at this floor, which is carrying the signs of 130 years worth of living, I have the original floor in this building. These are not reclaimed from another property or another building. These were here. They were taken off, they were sent to a factory to be cleaned up, sliced, and then after they got refitted, they just got brushed and polished. Now, the way they make cementina today, it's using different materials, although they look exactly like they did, but they're not the same thing. They used to use sea sand and other type of materials. Just make them harder and more beautiful, vibrant as well. So bringing this original flooring in was absolutely amazing. Now you may think, what's a mattress doing on the floor? Well, they're arriving in a couple of days and they're going to go around, they're going to go shopping, they'll buy their own furniture. But from my point of view, I've done everything I had to do to make this property super amazing functional. Now the two beautiful balconies here overlooking down the street with this cast iron, this beautiful scory that can close everything up. A couple of spotlights on the outside show how beautiful the building is. Now the size of the room, it's huge. So when a wardrobe goes over there, you still have a little bit of a space over there, maybe for a table, a little coffee machine. But little details, this pipe that we found through the refurbishment, we could have easily got rid of it. But it's a clay pipe, an old sign of water or rainwater running through there. Now it's external, probably the way the building was before. Well, it was sitting in a concrete box. We cleared up the box. And isn't it beautiful now with these amazing ceilings? I must say, I've never seen a ceiling as beautiful as this. All in solid stone with a coving. So special. 2 windows, so you can imagine being in bed over here and having this wonderful view in front of you. But while you're in the bedroom, it's nice to have an ensuite bathroom. You know me, in my refurbishment, in my restorations, I always think, what can I do to bring comfort to the house? Now, this wall that was built here, I'm gonna slide this door, and are you ready? And wow. I must say this bathroom was a joint partnership because there was a lot of back and forward, making sure that we get it right. And yes, we got it right. Look how spacious it is. Taller than bidet, sliding door. So not occupying any space. This tile gives that look of that 1920s, which is really the period 1910, 1920 of this property. But as you're stretching back here, the space opens up. And a beautiful, very comfortable shower. You could be here in the shower. 2 people could be here in the shower. You don't need a glass or anything. Look at the length of this. Let's go and check out the second bedroom of this wonderful space. Another extremely spacious bedroom. You can imagine the bed being over here, a wardrobe over there. And more about this additional space that was created. At the moment it's got some cardboard boxes there again that have arrived and the mattresses. But look at this space. It could have cabinets along here. You may be able to put an extra bed in here, but beautiful with that natural light coming through that big window over there. You may want to hang a TV here, so everything has been put into place to accommodate everything comfortably. But what about a bathroom? Does this bedroom has a bathroom? What do you think? Where everything that you can dream of is actually here. You step inside this bathroom, very spacious shower, no shower tray, just going straight in. You just walk inside your shower there, beautiful electric window, so you don't need to touch anything. Very spacious toilet and bidet here, and a beautiful unit. Cabinets underneath to store all your things, and drawers on the side. Absolutely stunning. And what about this? Interesting cabinet here in this very spacious bathroom. Well, so we do have a washing machine here. And what else? We also have a dryer here. And then a beautiful drawer. You can keep everything inside, all your cleaning materials, anything you need can be inside. And when everything is closed, well, spacious, concealed, and tastefully put together. Now let's continue our journey to the roof. You know, here in Salento, roof terraces are a very big thing. And if you're lucky enough to have one, amazing. So just a comfortable ramp of stairs takes us to the roof. Now, before I go up on the roof, probably one of the key features that I've enjoyed very much, if I had to say one thing that I enjoy very much, I would say the stairs are absolutely outstanding, but then this is equally incredible. By looking at this, you can see the amount of work that is going into removing the old plaster, cleaning the stone, cleaning the metal, and then treating it. But also the skylight was a project of his own. It was taken out, sandblasted, and then painted, and then the new glasses were fitted in with some color was introduced, and then finished and sealed, so totally waterproofed, and then refitted. Now here, rather than the metal door that you probably, if you go back to the first episode, you'd see now this beautiful glass door here, fully insulated, gives us access to an amazing space. So before I turn around, there is a little bit of an unfinished business here, and because this particular door that needs to be fit in this space is a trifold door, and it's taking ages to be constructed, so hopefully we'll get it soon. But in the meantime, I just really wanted to show you how incredible it is to have a space on your rooftop which can be an extension of your living space. And then I would finalize it just by final elements that I've introduced just to increase the quality of the aesthetics and the comfort. So let me turn the camera around. Well, not exactly a comfortable door, but this is keeping animals away. But look at this wonderful space. So we have a fully fitted kitchen here. I've actually got him to remove the doors because until I have a door there sheltering from the heat, it's better not to have the doors. So they've installed the whole kitchen and took it away. But AC unit up here, very important. So this space can be climatized, heat in the winter. A beautiful check floor with this black and white flooring, 20 by 20 tile. And the kitchen is in this very powerful olive green with this black and white, which I've seen it together already. Now the kitchen has everything. A fridge, it has an oven, a dishwasher, a beautiful very large basin, and a cooktop, meaning that you could entertain while you're up here and you can have all your guests outside. But now let me just ask you a question. You're up here, I don't know how long this video has been going for, but this is the final, the finish. You know, I've worked for a year and a half, so hopefully you've put up with me all the way to the end. But now you're up here and you're thinking, oh, I've got to go to the toilet. I've got to go to the toilet, I've got to go to the toilet. What do? You slide the door. And bang! Oh my God. I also have a shower. So I can have a shower while I'm up here. I'll have a toilet. Comfortable. I have a beautiful basin. I got everything. So if I get kicked out from downstairs, I come upstairs and I could probably sleep up here as well. Isn't it amazing? A little window. It's just the entire thing is just perfect. Now you may see little things that are a bit weird. Well, let me just point them out before you say something to me and you write a message. Now this, we decided to go external. The wall is an external wall. It's 23, 24 centimeter thick. We really didn't want to risk cutting a wall, making it weaker, and also maybe coming onto the other side, which is going to be a neighbor, and it wasn't such a good idea. I thought it was a small sacrifice to achieve that, and so that's exactly what happened. I like things like that. They make me go, wow. Beautiful space up here on the roof terrace, although today it's closing to 100 Fahrenheit, about 40 degrees. But you can imagine having a kitchen there, which is exactly what's going to happen. We brought a gas pipe there, so you can actually fit a barbecue. You don't have to bring bottles up here, and you can connect it. Little detail, the heat pump is right on the roof there, but I've got a cage built, so it's concealed in that cage. Wherever I can, I like hiding these. These beautiful lights at night time make the environment very, very special. Almost invisible, but it's there. An LED strip underneath this little stone here comes alive at night. So the entire roof terrace becomes a beautiful space. Specific request not to film their arrival, so this is not going to be on the YouTube channel, but I do have a few people here. Toti, Giacomo, what are you doing here?
Happy Monday, waiting for the arrival of a client. Yeah, really excited.
Really? What do you think of the property?
I love it. Can't wait for them to see it with their own eyes.
Wow. And this?
The most beautiful colors in the world.
A little bit of made in Italy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We get away from the sun, so we're almost ready. Although we did deliver Palazzo Bella, but we still need to put the marble on the top of the kitchen. They tried with a crane this morning in many different ways, but they haven't been able. So they're coming back with a smaller crane this afternoon to bring it up. So everything's still sitting here. We are at the end. I may be able to come back in and enjoy a plate of pasta, maybe a beer, and maybe still some photos of a finished kitchen, a finished door, and a few other things which may be able to be shared. But at this stage, I would say this is the ending, closing chapter of Palazzo Bella. It's been just about a year and a half, I would say, probably just over a year if I count some of the start and stops. All the choices have been made remotely. The end result, I think, absolutely spectacular. Now the question is, are you a man of faith? If you think that the acquisition of this property happened remotely with the client being in Singapore, the refurbishment process was managed remotely, and a lot of the decisions and a lot of the little changes and little things that happened remotely. Now I must say the end result is spectacular. It's probably a new way forward, not new for me, but new for people that are potentially watching this video. For me, the important thing is to get to the end and to deliver. Don't compromise. Just the idea of compromising doesn't make me feel comfortable. I think when you are refurbishing a property, when you are doing something in life, there is no space for compromise. Compromise is always that thing that leaves you into a mediocre state of living. For me, just the fact that a lot of people are choosing to buy a property remotely and trusting their instinct and then going through this process, it means that they're not compromising. Sometimes we want all the elements to be right before something happens, and we compromise on our own happiness, and we know that life moves around very, very quickly. So in these last couple of minutes, I didn't really want to talk about the refurbishment, because you have episodes after episode showing you the sweat and the work and the decisions that were made. So if this is the first episode you watch, go and watch the beginning. It's probably only 4 or 5, 6 episodes, so maybe in 40, 45 minutes you can see the process of how bringing a property together and how can a property redonate life and joy to a family. Now, for any one of you who's been thinking about purchasing a property, well, we're happy to support you, assist you, and project managing your project and making sure that it comes together smoothly. For me, that's one of the most important elements. When I think of somebody being miles away, I always think about my phone ringing sometimes and thinking, what's happening? So I also think about people that are on the other side of the world, and really when they get that phone call, all they want to hear is good news. So I work extremely hard in making sure that the entire process, it's smooth. And when I talk about the entire process, I'm talking about from the designing stages, from the planning applications, the bureaucratic paperwork that needs to be filled, to the final paperwork that needs to be filed once the project is finished, to make sure that that property is 100% to the standard that it should be, and maybe one day can be transferred smoothly. So I'm a true believer of smoothness. So I hope you've enjoyed this series of Palazzo Bella. We called it Palazzo Bella at the beginning because we thought, wow, this is so beautiful. And also this was a beautician center. So people came here to become more beautiful, more bella. So we thought, well, it was appropriate to call it Palazzo Bella. So I'm happy to hand over Palazzo Bella to the owners who are going to enjoy it, who are going to build a huge amount of memories. For you that have been watching this full series and the YouTube channel, thank you very much. I'm always extremely grateful for your support, for your comments, and for everything that life has been bringing here in Salento. Remember, Salento is the magic land. Hopefully we can see you here. In the meantime, this is the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe a little bit too long. I don't know what magic Ludovico is going to do, but maybe a little long. Hopefully you got to the end. Subscribe to the channel. Also, you can subscribe to the Thank God It's Friday and become a member of this small group of people who see the activities taking place on a daily basis. Until then, the most important thing in your life is to stay safe. So, stay safe wherever you are.